Regret to inform, but would. Well, okay. Hold on. How do you spell it? Qunari? Dragon Age. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I present my case. Never forget what they took from us. This is what the Qunari used to look like. Badass. Awesome. Legally distinct tieflings are what they are now. Exactly. Legally distinct tieflings. Correct. Yeah. Even this design is so cool. Like, look at it. Like, this looks hot. Right? This is, like, they have absolutely ruined the design of the Qunari. Like, I'm sorry. This even looks way better. Look at this. This is what? Andromeda? No, sorry. Inquisition? Guys, look at this. Is it this? Control? Alt? There it is. That looks good. Exactly. This is what I'm saying. Like, this is what I'm saying. Look at this compared to this. So, here is what is going on, guys. Dragon Age the Veilguard has a new video. It has new gameplay active. So let's see what is going on with IGN. Let's put the captions on. Let's put the sound all the way up. Let's see what it's about, boys. Let's see what it's about.
Long years since Dragon Age Inquisition, and the expectations for the next game in the series, Dragon Age the Veilguard, seem...
Okay, well, this is already an inauspicious start. Guys, what does this remind you of? What does this remind you of? When I say it, I'm probably going to get a lot of hate online. If you're watching this on YouTube and you're a fan of Dragon Age the Veilguard, you're probably going to hate it when I say this. But let me tell you, you know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of a mobile game. Like, because I know this because I get bored sometimes and I play mobile games. This unironically looks like a mobile game to me. About the lens flare and the colors. Hey, the mobile games have lens flare and colors now too, Darkshade. That's my point. I haven't played any Dragon Age games. I've only played a decent chunk of the first one. Dragon Age Origins. So I am biased because that is like one of the like top tier RPGs and it's like a really good game and I've covered it before. At least like information about it. I'll actually props up PM me and I'll send you a video. Actually no, I'll send you the video right now. This is the video I made on the previous video I made on this game. I think it's called What Happened to Dragon Age. People were not happy about this video. Yeah, people were a little upsetty spaghetti about this video. Got a lot of hate on this video. They got a lot of hate on this video, boys. There it is. Let me bring it up. But hey, you know what? They hate us because they ain't us. That's why. That's the video. Yeah, what happened to Dragon Age? I got so many comments being like, why you hating? And I'm like, look, I'm not hating. I'm just saying that you should expect this game to be better. Like, that's all. Like, just expect the game to be better. Hold it to a higher standard. Because if you don't, you'll be fed a bowl of crap. Like, you'll be literally fed a bowl of crap and be told it's chocolate. Do you want that? Do you want to eat a bowl of shit? If you want to eat a bowl of shit, please just continue talking about, oh my god, the hair looks so good. Because I've responded to so many comments today on Twitter about how good the hair looks. first of all, okay, sure, it looks fine. Like, that's cool. But also, dude, like, who cares? Who actually cares about the hair? Like, genuinely. Playing Dragon Age was good at some point. Dragon Age Origins was unironically, like, is unironically in people's top 100 games of all time list on the regular, doc. But yeah, this looks like a mobile game, guys. Like, I don't know what to tell you. I know I'm going to get hate for this in the comments. I don't care. Don't hate me. Hate Bioware. They're the ones who made it look like a mobile game.
It's been 10 long years since Dragon Age Inquisition, and the expectations for the next game in the series, Dragon Age the Veilguard, seem impossible.
Why is the combat so floaty?
Dragon Age the Veilguard.
It looks like everyone is on ice skates. Like, I don't know about you, but gameplay is, like, vital for me in a game like this. Like, absolutely. Absolutely. It's just absolutely vital for me.
Seem impossible. A full decade, a bevy of behind-the-scenes changes, and an interest.
Okay, so this is the good hair that everyone is losing their absolute collective asses for. Like, this is the one that's freaking everyone out. Lana, welcome. We missed you. How you doing? Welcome, welcome. If I had played Dragon Age nowadays, I wouldn't have finished the game. I'm just curious, Doc. What did you not like about the original Dragon Age? Out of curiosity, like, genuinely, what do you not like? Because, like, honestly, seeing the Veilguard gameplay makes me want to download the original Dragon Age and play through the entire thing. Saturday morning here. That's true. Yeah, exactly. D26 Vex. I hope you had that. The combat. So do you not like? I mean, it's essentially like. Wait, really, Doc? Like, you like Baldur's Gate? How do you not like the combat? Interesting. Interesting. DSO, even just the trailer is god tier. Oh yeah, Survivalist. Actually, Survivalist, did you ever watch my Dragon Age video? You might really like it. Because I did make a previous video on this. And it was like, you know, the previous stuff. It was the previous stuff about it. It's called What Happened to Dragon Age. It was a banger. It was a banger video. So we're going to do another one. Stinky, my friend. Welcome to stream. Welcome to Koi Crew. Lots and lots of love to you, my friend. We're discussing Dragon Age the Veilguard. Happy Friday. But yeah, this is the hair. It looks good. It looks good, but I like gameplay more than I like hair. I don't know. Is that such a crazy statement?
Start to its marketing campaign made me a little worried for my most highly.
And also, wait, what? What is this? What is this? What? Dude, this looks like some, like, Pixar cartoon shit. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, dude, that is a forehead for days, man. Oh my god. I know. Yeah, D26 Forever Winters in 10 days. I'm excited for that. That's going to be day one. Disney's Troll Hunter. Oh my god. I didn't say it, you did. I didn't say it, you did. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Anticipated game of the year.
I admire you. What you've been through would break most people.
But one of my
Okay, also considering that we're gonna rewatch
game
this.
of the year.
I admire you. What you've been through would break most people.
That is not even good verbal syncing. If they're so going, it looks like they're over-indexing a lot on the looks, and they like went for this like weird cartoony style. If they're doing that, if Bioware is doing that, then why did they make the lip sync look so ass?
But one of my biggest concerns, based on early previews,
Because they sure didn't index on the gameplay. Like, they did not index on the gameplay.
was that it could be headed in the direction of being a linear action game rather than its more open world predecessor. While Dragon Age is known for changing its style with each installment, I hope.
Yeah, this definitely looks like a linear-ass action game. Yes, that is exactly what this looks like. That is exactly why people are worried.
Dearly that it wouldn't lose too much of the DA DNA I fell in love with.
Yeah, those days are long gone. It did. It did. This is how you know that IGN is literally sucking BioWare's cock right now. This is how you know. Because she's saying this unironically. She's saying that I'm worried that it won't be following like Dragon Age's like original formula of like combat and everything. And it's clearly different. Like it is clearly different. It is clearly a departure. And they're acting like, and IGN is acting like it's the same. Like, oh yeah, no, don't worry guys, it's the same DNA. No, it's not. Don't look at me and lie to my face, IGN. Like, look, if she said in the previous sentence, let's rewind time. If she had said, yes, it's a bit of a departure, but don't worry, it's better, I would have believed that a lot more than her saying that it's not different. I'm sorry, this is just a complete falsification. Like, don't lie to me.
After hours of hands-on...
This is how you know games journalism is dead, and that games journalism has no respect for you as a consumer. Like, this is how you know. And this is also, we'll talk about this later, but I think this is the problem with access journalism. Can you understand that if you look at any content creator right now, there are some really good ones out there. Luality, Luke Stevens, Wolfheart FPS, really good RPG creators, ones that really give like good information. They also had hands-on for Dragon Age Veilguard. They are under NDA until like I think it's like the 20th of September or something like that. They've been very clear about like when they can release actual information. And this is the problem. Maybe I should make a video about that. Should I make a video about the problems with access gaming journalism? Because I think this is a big problem. And like, I'm not blaming them, by the way. Luke Stevens and Luality and everything. The good thing about them is they can give their honest take, but they just can't give it now. And IGN can give their take right now because BioWare knows it's only going to be a positive take. So that is a big problem with access journalism. So yeah, oh my God, holy crap. I need to make a video about that for sure. But anyways, going on.
Time spread across 2 days, I'm pleased to say that I walked away with excitement and curiosity, but mostly relief to wave many of those concerns goodbye.
Okay, bold statement. I feel the literal opposite. Let's see how it goes. Yeah, I feel the literal exact opposite. Guys, you've seen 1 minute of the gameplay so far. Do you feel relief? Who here feels relief? And who here feels more worried? And if you feel relief, if you're a Dragon Age, Veilguard, Batchester, I do not mind. I want you to know, I only want this game to be good. I do not want this game to be bad. I want this game to be good. I'm just very worried about it. So, like, let me know. Let me know what you guys think. Like, Chaotic says, this is not my DA. Stinky's just putting skull emoji. Smeary head textures. Yep, exactly. Yeah, I'm pretty worried about this guy.
My time with the Veilguard covered a wide...
Yeah, I haven't played a chance to play Baldur's Gate. Ooh, you should. Stinky, you should. Absolutely. I would recommend, unironically, all of the Baldur's Gate games without any reservation whatsoever. If you want to play an older style, like a really old style CRPG, Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 are fucking top tier. If you're not wanting to play a really old style RPG, which is fair because it does show its age visually and like, you know, mechanically and everything like that, then you should play Baldur's Gate 3 for sure. Absolutely. But like they're all really good. Like the Baldur's Gate series, I mean, it's ironic because Baldur's Gate OG is made by BioWare. Like that is actually what happened. Let me make sure about that. Yeah, it was made by BioWare. Yeah, I was right. And like that shows what BioWare's sauce used to be. That in Dragon Age Origins is like the sauce that BioWare used to have. Those days are long gone.
Smattering of things, including the incredibly expansive character creator.
Okay.
Veilguard covered a wide smattering of things, including the
Let's talk about Concord, guys. This is a Concord level design. Who at BioWare thought this was a good fucking idea? Like, would you want to fuck this? Like, I'm just gonna call it what it is, because anyone who plays a Bioware game is like focused on like the romance options and like the RPG mechanics of romance and blah blah, blah as well. It is what it is. That's why people play Baldur's Gate. Nothing wrong with that. But the difference between Baldur's Gate 3 and the difference between Dragon Age Veilguard is all of the characters in Baldur's Gate 3 are hot. Every character in Dragon Age Veilguard looks like a weird, overly indexed, four-headed cartoon. I don't get it. I just genuinely don't get it. Yeah, Bioware used to have that thing, Silent Core. True. True. And Gonk, we miss you, buddy. How you doing? Love you tons. Welcome back, my friend. Dude, hop on in the conversation. We love you, buddy. It's good to have you back. $1 million skin sales on Arya skin means that Riot's charge more for the skins than you preacher. They already are props up. They already are. Remind me, and I might talk about that later tonight. They are doing another gacha system. They're doing another skin gacha system. Yes. Yes, they are. Absolutely. And look, I was right when I said that people should take this shit more seriously with the $500 Arya skin. No one believed me. Not no one, but like a lot of people didn't believe me. I got a lot of hate comments on that video. And guys, I was right. I was fucking right. And you know what? The League community deserves the shit it gets at this point. They really do. They really, really do. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Garen Darius. Is that it? Okay, I didn't look at the actual skins. I just heard about the system. Yep, there you go. There you go. Yep.
Incredibly expansive character creator.
I don't know. If the character creator is that expansive and this is what you end up with, like this is insane. Qunari, what do you think of the new Qunari, Crazy Eye? This is the new Qunari, correct? Why do they keep changing their design? Yeah, you know why, Crazy Eye? Because when a company keeps changing their design, it means they're always trying to cater to whatever they feel will make them the most money. That's what it is. It's that they have no actual design in their own mind. And they're only going to keep iterating. And iteration is not a bad thing, by the way. I'm not saying iteration is a bad thing. But it is very obvious when they're trying to completely cater to a demographic. That's what I'll say. Played the first two, never finished the third. Yeah. I only played a decent chunk of the first one. And I will say this, Crazy Eye, PM me on Discord if you could. Because I'll send you my other videos on Dragon Age Veilguard. I have made a couple of videos about this game already. But my entire view on Dragon Age Veilguard right now is that Dragon Age Veilguard might be the greatest advertisement for the original Dragon Age I've ever seen in my life. Yeah. Seeing this just makes me want to play the entirety of Dragon Age Origins. In fact, when this game is starting to come out, like, I don't know, how soon does this game come out? When is the release of this game? I think we might pregame Veilguard by just playing Dragon Age Origins. Veilguard release date. Yeah. We have time. We have time, boys. We could do that. Should we play Dragon Age Origins soon? Hey, no worries. I love the questions, Gonk. You never have to feel bad.
The introductory quests, a faction mission, and a companion quest a little deeper into the game.
I like how her entire point is that the game is not linear, and everything that she's shown so far is hyper linear. Like, it is incredibly linear.
But I was mostly pleased with my ability to just explore Northern Thedas and all its gorgeously designed glory. Experiencing a setting...
What is this, guys? What is this? It's a tunnel. What is a tunnel? A tunnel is linear. I'm sorry, IGN. Is this in any way, shape, or form not linear? Like, I don't mind linear, guys. I gave Black Myth Wukong an 8 out of 10. Like, it's a good game. It is incredibly linear. But the difference is Black Myth Wukong and, you know, everyone who plays it won't lie to you, won't lie to your face and not say it's linear. It is incredibly linear. Like, this is just a lie. Yeah, exactly, Stasis. Like, exactly. Like, I'll call it, Stasis, what you'll learn about me, my friend, is that I am hyper authentic. I cannot hold my tongue even if someone paid me. And no one will ever be able to pay me to hold my tongue. I will always give you the authentic take. Absolutely. Concord is brand new. It's not based off anything else. Yeah, exactly. It was their own dog shit design. Yeah, exactly gone.
In Dragon Age lore that we've really only heard about. To be clear, the Veilguard isn't the open world playground that Inquisition was.
Okay. Yes. Yeah. Yep. This is hyper linear. So then why did she say that she could explore in the previous sentence? She's like contradicting herself, man. This is why no one trusts gaming journalism.
As game director Corinne Bush has previously stated, it's more mission-based.
Mass
But what
Effect, that's
impressed
fair.
me after the first few hours was how much exploration can...
What was this?
It's more mission-based. But what impressed me after the first few hours was how much...
Let's take a look at that again. Am I being nitpicky? Am I too old? Is that what's going on here? But even, okay, here's my point. Think about this sentence and let me know if I'm off basis or not. Everything in this game feels so inauthentic and cartoony that even like kicking down a plank and it bouncing looks completely off. The physics look off. It looks like an absolute caricature.
was how much exploration...
We'll do it one more time.
First few hours was how much exploration...
Okay, we saw it twice. Am I off basis, guys? Am I off basis? Mass Effect felt better. I actually have not played Mass Effect at all. Crazy Eye. Yeah. I would like to try Mass Effect at some point. The animation is horrible. Exactly. Okay, good. Thank God. Thank God. I wasn't sure if I was taking crazy pills and like, yeah. Look how the pole lands. I know it's like bonk, bonk, like that. And like, okay, it might feel a little nitpicky, but I just feel like this is the style of this game and it's just not made for us. Like, it's just not made for us, you know? And there's nothing wrong with that. Like, if they're really trying to hit a different demographic and they're thinking they're going to be successful, like the under 25 crowd or whatever, and like that's what they're just completely catering to, like that is what it is. But that just doesn't seem interesting. Also, I'm going to move my camera because I want to show you guys. This is so linear. Look at this map. Like, maybe it's just like this section of the game or whatever, but there's no branching paths. It is like literally a fucking tunnel. Like, there's linear, and then there's a tunnel. And this is like a tunnel.
Exploration can still be done in the various regions, as well as the impact the player character, Rook, can have on those regions.
And there we go. Easy. Wow, isn't that something?
Is it something? Is this something? It's you made a bridge. Is that cool?
Consider it
I'm sorry.
something of a mix of Dragon Age 2 and Inquisition. The more streamlined approach of the...
Wait, didn't people hate Dragon Age 2 and Inquisition? If they're leading into Dragon Age 2 and Inquisition, I mean, okay. Yeah, I played first Mass Effect, NDA Origins, and Inquisition. I got you, Gonk. Yeah. Yeah, those are the games that Bioware made. Yes, and they made DA2. They also made Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 as well, which were very open-ended. And guys, I am from the lens of original Bioware. Okay, so this is the lens of the OG Bioware player, me. Original Baldur's Gate 1 and Baldur's Gate 2 are some of the most open-ended games ever made in the history of gaming. Okay? And now we get this. Now we get RPG Concord. Like, dude. Yeah, I don't know, man. KOTOR, yeah, KOTOR. KOTOR is a great example. KOTOR is amazing. DA1 felt like Bioware. Exactly. Sigourney Weir's not going to be happy with how they made her look. Wait, really?
Former with the geographically and socio-politically diverse world of the latter.
Cell districts must remain in the
Of course, some of the bigger art style, combat, and gameplay changes will be subject to personal taste. But after
I don't think it's personal taste, guys. Like, look, I think this is like a canary in the coal mine style situation. If it looks like a duck, if it sounds like a duck, if it quacks like a duck, if it shits like a duck, if it drinks water like a duck, if it swims like a duck, it's a fucking duck. Okay? Like, I'm sorry. It looks like an unserious mobile game. It looks like it's basically going down to the lowest common denominator in terms of RPG making these days. We've seen a lot of shit tier action RPGs. We've even seen really good ones. And even the really good ones don't sell super well. Like Final Fantasy 16, which I love. I think that's a good game. I think that game was definitely a disappointment to Square Enix. The Darkspawn Horde. Also, the Darkspawn don't look demonic at all.
After my time with the Veilguard, I left feeling like these 10 long years just might have been worth the wait. As fans have already seen
Is Soul Ass supposed to be that smooth?
in the first gameplay trailer, players are dropped right into the city of Minrathous
I didn't play
in the
Inquisition.
middle of the action as Solus prepares a ritual that will devastate the
This guy, this is the villain in this game, right? He doesn't look intimidating to me. Like, at all. Like, is anyone intimidated by this villain? Chat, are you intimidated by this villain? He doesn't seem intimidating to me. He doesn't look intimidating. He looks smooth. He's too smooth. Nope. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. He just looks like a little smooth boy. I don't know. It's weird.
Luckily, our old friend Varric has recruited.
Now, this guy was the best part of the original trailer and gameplay. The one that I covered a couple of months ago. Like, this dwarf is like the only character that actually felt like he had depth at all in any way, shape, or form. Like, I like this character. I think that this character was actually cool.
You to help, and it barely takes a couple of minutes for the game to put the focus on Rook. After a surprisingly concise story recap from
It's a good animation. I'll give it that. Their animation department has improved. The animation of this is good.
Varric, there are a number of aspects the Veilguard starts easing you into.
Especially because I remember that Bioware might have included that because Mass Effect Andromeda, which was like a big blunder for Dragon Age. For Bioware. They had a bar fight scene, and I didn't even play Mass Effect. I've not played a single Mass Effect game, but even I heard how bad the Mass Effect Andromeda bar fight scene was. Like, people memed it like crazy. We're gonna bring it up. Mass Effect Andromeda bar fight scene. People were making fun of this for like ages, dude. Like ages. Can I get to the actual bar fight?
Do I even want to know? Some buddies.
Nexus. Your people heard my Red Rider.
Finish it.
Is it here?
You and what army?
I don't need an army. I've got a Krogan.
I think this art style is better than Dragon Age Veilguard's. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I know Andromeda had a lot of issues, but I don't think the animations were that bad at all. Dude, is this not the bar fight scene? Oh, it is. Okay, here it is. Here it is. This bar fight scene is still so memeable, man. It is still so memeable. So I will say that this bar fight scene might be the Veilguard bar fight scene might be a direct response to Mass Effect Andromeda's original bar fight scene. And this was better. This was unironically better. Andromeda did look pretty when you could actually see what was happening. Yeah. You mean like not in the actual gameplay. Correct.
For one, the combat. Gone are the days of Dragon Age Origins more CRPG and
Yes, we know. Gone are the days of original Bioware. Just leave it at that. They could just leave it at that.
inspired tactical system, offering a style that's a mix of quick action and a mechanic where you can pause and pull up your radial menu. While this absolutely does take some getting used to, and it'll be a gradual process to create what could be a highly custom.
The skill tree doesn't look terrible. Yeah, this skill tree looks pretty alright. Doesn't look great, but it doesn't look bad. You look entertained? Hey, I do find this entertaining, D226 Fact. I love, like, going to the meat of a situation, you know? I really do. I genuinely do. Like, this doesn't look terrible, the skill tree. So this is a good thing. This is a genuine thing.
Build.
Mortal concentration. Hold right trigger, sustaining your ranged attack gradually increases its damage output. Oh. It's boring passives, never mind. Oh, God. Oh, God. I take back what I just said. It's just a passive.
While learning all your companions' different abilities, it didn't take me long to actually start having fun with it. I largely played mage and rogue builds during my hands-on time, and also quickly started to lean on certain companions' abilities. For one, the mage healing ability was essential. For one particularly difficult remnant, I basically established a pattern where I was only using Balara's mana to heal me.
Wait. I was only using their mana to heal. That sounds like the game is completely railroading you then. Like, that's not a good thing at all. If your companions, which were integral to every single other Bioware game, if your companions were integral to you in every single other Bioware game, and all of a sudden, you are basically just using them as a heal battery, is that an upswing, guys? Or is that a downswing in terms of game mechanics? Yeah, exactly, Crazy Eye. See, that's my entire point. Yeah, no, her companion's a mana, but yeah, exactly. That is my exact point. That is my exact point. It didn't take long. Were you telling me it felt like shit starting off? Oh yeah, Doc, exactly. It felt like shit starting off. That's a good catch as well, Doc. That's a good catch. It didn't take long for it to start to feel good. Yeah, that means it started like shit starting off. Yeah, mages aren't fighters. Well, yeah, if you saw, she's basically has every single class will probably feel very similar in a game like this. Crazy Eye, by the way. She's pronounced priest wrong? Yeah, exactly. Oh my god, man. Guys, look. If you're watching this YouTube video and you're wondering, Cap Corgi, why are you being so harsh? Why are you being such a hater? You sound like a hater. Why would you hate so much? Guys, look at BioWare. BioWare released 2 major flops in a row. Dragon Age Inquisition and Mass Effect Andromeda were hyper flops, okay? They lost their absolute ass on those 2 games. I don't want BioWare to close. I am being open about my criticism because people not being open about the criticism is why we got Mass Effect Andromeda and why the fuck we got Dragon Age Inquisition. And if you're not open about what is going on, this could very well end up the exact same way. Okay? So that's all I'm saying. Yeah, Anthem. Yeah, exactly. Anthem. Oh my god. Yeah, dude, Anthem. Jesus Christ. I was talking about single player, but you're right. Anthem is another third one. You are completely correct, Crazy Eye.
Dodging and playing it safe when it got too risky. Nev's
The
ability
Killer
to
of Legacy,
slow
yeah.
time was also one I kept returning to, offering a bit more control on the battlefield when the situation got a little
What
too
is this
fast-paced.
camera? And she's target locked and the camera is doing this. There was a red reticle on the enemy and that what? I mean, this is just gameplay mechanic. This is like basic gameplay mechanics 101. Like, how are they doing? Rewind? Okay.
Ability to slow time
Watch.
was also one
She's
I
locked
kept
on.
returning to, offering a bit more control on the battlefield when the situation got a little too fast-paced.
Also, these hitboxes are atrocious. Like, maybe I'm used to games with actual hitboxes. She's locked on. I'm not. I wasn't lying. Just in case I wasn't lying, bro. You already pre-ordered? Hey, look, if people like this game, Doc, I'm only happy, man. I'm only happy. I want this game to succeed. I want all games to be good. I genuinely do. It just doesn't look good. Why is the camera looking away? Brother, I have no idea. It's a great question. Just gonna drink my drink.
And for you glass cannon builds out there, you'll want to have a warrior around to taunt your enemies out of your way.
So basically, we're reduced from, like, actual, you know, creation of tactics and everything to a radial wheel. Just like a lot of other so-called action RPGs, we're reduced to that now. Let me show the radial wheel again. There we go. This is all of the control you have on your party now. That is it. That is it. Oh, your brother also liked the Acolyte? Yep, there you go. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. The 24 people who like the Acolyte are gonna like Dragon Age Veilguard, guys. There you go. Hardcore fan of Mass Effect, still am. Even I tried to defend Andromeda until I played a few hours, and I was like, nope. Exactly, Crazy Eye. Exactly. Look, if you're a Dragon Age fan, and you are desperate for this game to succeed, so you are looking at it in the best possible light, I understand. Don't hate me for calling a spade a spade. I do understand where you're coming from. Just be ready to be disappointed, and I pray to God that you did not pre-order the game. That's all I'm saying. That is all I'm saying. Just don't pre-order the game, please. If the game comes out and is good, get the game. If you pre-order the game, you are likely to be disappointed. It's that simple.
Around to taunt your enemies out of your way.
No problem.
Like a whole lot in the Veilguard, combat revolves around your companions, even though you can't fully take control of them like in...
What do you mean fully? You can literally just tell them to do a single ability. Or like one of 3 ability. That's it. There is no control. And like a lot of, like I was talking about FF16 earlier. I liked FF16. I think it's a good game. However, a lot of people who are major Final Fantasy fans were understandably very upset because it was a completely different system to any other Final Fantasy game. It was a complete departure, and you cannot control your friends, your companions, literally at all. It is essentially like a single player action RPG. And that's fine. The story was good enough. The story is what kept me engaged in that game. It's like a Game of Thrones style story and everything. It's really good. But absolutely, the combat was a huge departure for a lot of people for Final Fantasy 16. And Square Enix was very open about the fact that Final Fantasy 16 was, in their eyes, a financial failure. I didn't say it. Square Enix did. So,
previous Dragon Age games.
remember what I said about, guys, we're going to watch this animation again. Remember what I said about PG-13ifying Borderlands and how I feel they're doing that here as well? This is an execution. Okay? This is an execution in this game. Where's the meat? Where's the blood? Where's the gore? This is not an execution. This is like the CW version of an execution.
Different.
There's no impact. There's no camera shake. There's no companions respawning. There's no blood coming out. There's no gore. There's no chunks flying out. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because Dragon Age Origins was very grimdark, very much blood, guts, and gore everywhere, and you could feel the impact of every blow. Shit, let's look at Space Marine, man. We were just playing Space Marine yesterday. Space Marine to Execution. I wonder which game is going to sell better, guys. I wonder. I genuinely wonder which game feels like it has more impact. The camera zoom, the style, the gore. You have impact with an execution in this game. And the combat is very similar. They're both action games. Like, they definitely are. DA4 is going to be rated tier M. I think they're going to have sex in it, so there's probably going to be rated M for that reason. But, like, if there's being rated M for that, why are they pussyifying the action? Like, I don't know. I can check right now. DA Veilguard content rating. Yeah, it's an M-rated game. It is an M-rated game. They have nudity. They're going to have sex. But they're skimping on the gore for no reason then. Like, they're just making it pussyified. Like, I'll just call it what it is. This is an action game made for soy boys. Like, I'm just fucking saying it. I'm just fucking saying it. Yeah, Cap, I think the devs haven't decided which audience they're aiming for, adults or children. They did. They're aiming for the adult children who do nothing but dream about having sex with their characters. D26 facts. That is what they're aiming for. That is what they're aiming for. They're aiming for the super fans that just want to look at their characters naked. And BG3 still did it better. Yep, exactly. You know why? Because there was impact to every single thing in Baldur's Gate 3. That's my point. I have no problem with sex in video games. Dude, I love sex in video games. But Baldur's Gate 3 has impact for every decision, every piece of control, every action you do in the game, the actions in the game. There's no skimping of blood, guts, and gore in the game. You know, that's my point. There's no halfway shit. That's my point. Yeah, there's no halfway shit. This is a heavy influence from EA. Yes, this is very EA. Exactly. Crazy Eye. Well said. Very, very well said.
Companions have different combo options together, and there are certainly opportunities to build team synergy. Oh, and you'll want to listen to your companions in combat too, as they'll occasionally drop some useful hints.
Wow! The range character is using a range attack? Oh my god, I'm stunned! What groundbreaking stuff, guys. I think every single action RPG style game with companions has this exact mechanic. Shit, Dragon's Dog Shit 2 had this mechanic. Final Fantasy 16 had this mechanic. It's the same shit.
But combat aside, your dialogue choices, your rook's background, and the frequent decisions you make are immediately important, which shouldn't be too surprising for fans of Bioware games. The dialogue wheel is back, of course, as is the approval-disapproval system.
We haven't got a lot of time.
This is a W. I like narrative choice. Narrative choice is a W.
Varric said you had a lead on Soul.
Yeah, existential is Veilguard.
You get right to the point.
But I was surprised to see that the Veilguard actually explains the consequences of some of your dialogue choices.
Wait, they tell you the exact response it's going to have? Doesn't that defeat the purpose of figuring out what a narrative does? I mean, I don't mind, like, the someone likes this or someone dislikes this. That's fine. But this extra context, Varric has noted that you like more action than words. I think that's too much information. Like, I think subtext is important. Like, are they catering towards idiots? Like, I feel like they think we're too dumb. Like, maybe Bioware thinks that their audience is too dumb to understand what subtext is. Maybe that's what's going on. Maybe. Who knows? I wish you could turn that off. Hey, if this is an option that you can turn off, maybe that'd be better. Maybe it should be default off. Maybe this should be an accessibility option. And then I would be better with it. As in it's intended for it to be off. And if you need the context or whatever, then you can turn it on. I think that would be better. Yeah. I think it's to help understand when you have 20 different answers to one question. I prefer everyone's only 3 options. Maybe that's the case, Crazy. Yeah. Maybe that's the case. I don't know. I mean, they're making this game, so yes, they think we're dumb. Okay, fair, Doc. I was trying to be nice here. Maybe I shouldn't have been trying to be nice, but maybe you're right. Maybe they just think we're fucking dumb. Yeah. Oh my god. Maybe that's just the case, Doc. Maybe you're right. Maybe you're right, man. Why does she look like she belongs in Valorant, not Dragon Age? No, dude, she's way too ugly for Valorant, man. Dude, have you seen Valorant characters? Valorant characters are made for Rule 34. These characters look like they're made for Concord. Actually, she's okay. But I'm talking about like the big like dragon ear thingies and everything like that. They look like they're made for Concord.
In very clear terms.
See, you say that.
It's a variation of the so-and-so will remember that system, but more specific.
Way more, I think too specific.
But we do have Nev's location now, so...
Take, for example, my first confrontation with Solus.
Right here. I'm not looking at fuckability, I'm looking at art choice. I mean, Existential, the reason I'm bringing up fuckability is because that is who they're catering to, Existential. Bioware fans are notorious for making Rule 34 of their characters. This is their audience. So if you make a character like this, the fuck is gonna fuck that? Who? Shit, man. She headbutts you, you're out for life. He looks like a background character from BG3. Varric is the only decent design character, in my opinion. Actually, like, he looks like a normal dwarf. Easier to grab. Oh my god. Yeah, there's probably gonna be stuff like that, Existential. See, that's the thing. That's the thing. Regret to inform, but would. Well, okay. Hold on. How do you spell it? Qunari? Dragon Age. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I present my case. Never forget what they took from us. This is what the Qunari used to look like. Badass. Fucking awesome. Legally distinct tieflings are what they are now. Exactly. Legally distinct tieflings. Correct. Yeah. Shit, even this design is so cool. Like, look at it. Like, this looks hot. Right? This is, like, they have absolutely ruined the design of the Qunari. Like, I'm sorry. This even looks way better. Look at this. This is what? Andromeda? No, sorry. Inquisition? Yeah, this is Inquisition. Oh my god, I'm just trying to open the fucking picture. Christ on a bike. Here, open image in new tab. Does that work? Yeah. Guys, look at this. Is it this? Control? Alt? There it is. That looks good. Exactly. This is what I'm saying. Like, this is what I'm saying. Look at this compared to fucking this. Look, I have no problem with someone being a scaly and wanting to fuck the characters. That is the Dragon Age way. That is the Bioware way. That is the way of these games. That's totally fine. But this design is antithetical to that. South Korean RPG dev? What do you mean? South Korea would make this look hot. Dude, Koreans make the most horny fucking designs on the planet. Brother, what do you mean? What do you mean? Dude, Koreans did not develop the design of Concord. That is straight up Western artists. China dev team? China dev team, brother. Okay, ladies of Black Myth Wukong. These are the designs of the ladies in Black Myth Wukong. Well, not the old lady. Well, the old lady as well, but like she's obviously not trying to be the hot character. This is Western. That's my point. That is my point. It's only the Western devs that do this nowadays. Like, I'm serious. Like, I'm genuinely not kidding. Like, I'm just calling it what it is. Koreans are beasts? Yeah, the Koreans make some of the hottest designs on the planet. Absolutely. Seen the characters from Black Myth Wukong? Of course I have. Absolutely. Yeah, 100%. This looks like generic Tiefling 33. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah. Bioware need a W, there's going to be a hard sell to non-DA fans. Exactly, Crazy Eye. It's going to be a hard sell to actual DA fans as well. That's my problem. Like, DA fans are not used to this kind of weird, cartoony bullshit. They're used to characters looking cool. They're used to characters looking hot. And none of these characters really hit that design except for a couple of the NPCs. Like, Soul Ass looks so smooth that you're going to, like, you know, if you go like this on him, your finger will fly off, right? Like, it's everything looks too clean, too smooth. There's no grit. There's no realism. There's no, like, none of these things look real, man. That's the thing. Is the devs at Bioware familiar with Dragon Age? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, good question.
AKA Fenharel, AKA the Dreadwolf.
Yeah, there you go. There's Soul Ass. Wait, what does Soul Ass look in Inquisition? I never played Inquisition. Does Soul Ass, is Soul Ass supposed to look like that? Oh, I actually unironically almost spelled him Soul Ass. He had freckles. He had an indent. He had scars. Why is he so smooth? He looks more realistic in a 10-year-old game than he does here. How? How have we regressed? How has BioWare regressed? I genuinely don't get it, guys. I genuinely don't get it. So the entire premise of this video from IGN is that after 10 years, I feel better as a Dragon Age fan. That is what this lady who is shilling for BioWare is saying. And the reason, by the way, I don't blame this lady. I blame IGN because of gaming access journalism. Basically, IGN only got access and the ability to make this video because BioWare knew or had it in their contract or whatever that they were going to be hyper positive. That is the only way they were able to make this video. So I mean, I do blame IGN for this. That's the thing. I would love to believe these are also alpha, early beta visuals. Yeah, no, this releases at the end of October. I just looked it up. And this information, this gameplay was dropped yesterday. This is footage from yesterday. So this is the final version. What you see here is what you get. Yeah, October 31st is the release date. In fact, I am probably going to play Dragon Age Origins on this channel instead of this dog shit in the lead up. Soul Ass. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, this is Soul Ass.
It was a more sarcastic, humorous approach with him, and at the end of our confrontation, text on the side of the screen informed me that I have traded verbal jabs with...
This is for, like, everyone on Twitter who have no idea what subtext is. I feel like that is the demographic they're going for. They're going for the demographic of people that have no idea what sarcasm, subtext, any form of, like, you know, actual verbiage. Oh my god. We're going to go through some Twitter comments, guys, in that vein. We're going to do it. You know what? Let me bring up a comment that illustrates my point perfectly. It was just some weirdo that I was arguing with on Twitter. We're going to bring that up, man. We're going to bring that up. So, everyone, like IGN and a whole bunch of people were like, oh my god, the hair in Dragon Age. Oh my god. And I made a comment. I care about the gameplay, not the fucking hair. And then this guy's like, watch the gameplay, dumbass. And I'm like, oh, I have. That's my fucking point. The gameplay is ass since you have no idea what the concept of subtext is. Like, am I taking crazy pills, or is everyone in Twitter fucking idiotic? Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. I had to make this style comment like several times. Because it wasn't just this one guy. This guy was just one I knew that made this comment, so I could pull it up on Twitter really fast. But, like, isn't my point here very clear? The gameplay isn't good. That's my entire point. And I think that is why they're making this, like, context just super, super obvious. Don't talk back, Corgi. I can't help it. When I see idiocy, I have to call it out. I'm so sorry. I always will have that problem. It is 100%. It's so fun. Man, it's so fun to take a shit while shitting on people on Twitter. It's so fun, man. It's so cleansing for the soul. It really is. It really is. Oh, the Twitter post? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. We have an issue since Atari 2600 when you get dumbasses put visuals over gameplay. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he didn't give permission. Yeah, dude, you're right. The same guy. Did I so you could talk back to me? Bitch, you literally answered my comment. You were commenting on my comment. What are you? You're on Twitter. You're on Twitter, you fucking freak. Like Christ on a bike. This fucking weirdo. This is who Dragon Age Veilguard is catering to. Yeah, you want to kiss me so bad? Yeah, exactly. We were wondering about the demographic, guys. We found it. We found the demographic. There it is. Hey. Look. Don't hate the player, hate the game. I'm sorry. I'm just saying how it is. I'm just saying it how it is.
Soulless.
Anyways. This is your responsibility now.
It was far from the only occurrence of this sort of text, and it leaves me curious as to how your relationships with various characters will build and branch out over time based on your attitude. Speaking of consequences, it quickly became clear to me that there would consistently be tons of choices in the Veilguard that'll have lasting results.
I really hope so, because like that might be like the only saving grace for this entire fucking game. Narrative stuff, demographics are not the best kind of graphics. Yeah, exactly. I mean, dude, true? Why would you say something so controversial yet so brave, Neek? Yeah, exactly. As the gift goes. Yeah. I really hope the narrative choices in this game brings the rest of this game up. Am I tired? Does this look like grainy or hide their low quality animation? Everything is cartoony, Crazy Eye. Everything has this like cartoony film grain over it. Yes, that is it's. Remember, I made a video about how graphics don't matter anymore and how graphical style matters more than anything. This might illustrate that point so well, probably better than I could have ever actually made my point in the video. Probably better than I ever made my point in the video, actually. Graphics. Do graphics even matter in gaming anymore? There you go. You might really like that video, Crazy Eye. Because I go into that exact subject in gory detail. Exactly. Correct. 100% correct. Based. One might say based and true.
It probably sounds like I'm stating the obvious here, but I got the sense that even more of these kinds of choices might be peppered throughout than the usual Bioware game. Right at the beginning, for instance, I made a choice that led to Harding getting injured, and she was still bruised up for the remainder of the next couple
Okay, unironically, guys, hold on, let's see if they zoom in.
I felt like a real jerk about it.
This actually looks good. This is an unironic W here. That was a Disney shot? Yeah, the ass. Yeah. Disney princess ass shot. Yeah, I know. Yeah. This is unironically good. Bruises are incredibly hard to do in games. Like, this is actually a W. This is one big W that we've seen so far. The bruises are really, really made well. A few seconds before the scene. You mean this? Existential? Which one? Let's see if I can figure out what you mean.
Usual Bioware game.
You don't like it? Yeah. It's like a zoom in on the face really close up. Yeah, Starfield had that problem. Starfield did the same thing. Starfield actually patched it, so you are now zoomed out more on your character and any character you speak to. Like, unironically. I'm not even kidding. They actually did that. They can't make proper tieflings. Yeah, this is like tiefling light. Exactly, Neek.
Right at the beginning.
They're like, let's make tieflings, but ugly.
For instance, I made a choice that led to Harding getting injured, and she was still bruised up for the remainder of the next couple hours. I felt like a real jerk about it.
But yeah, guys, these bruises actually look good. Like, this is like probably the best showcase of the graphical style that we've seen so far in this entire 5 minutes of the gameplay showcase.
And that was probably the point. Dragon Age the Veilguard seemed to be telling me, right from the start,
I'll call the L's as I see them. I'll call every W as I see them. Every single one of them.
that I'm going to feel like a jerk a lot.
You don't slow down for much, do you?
Without spoiling too much,
Funny how uncharismatic they are. Good thing they have a charisma bonus. Yeah, exactly.
you'll also be able to see some of your progression and choices in the environment around you as well. But once introductions were out of the way, it was time to explore the wide world of Thetis and see its past.
It's ironic she says wide world when it's yet another fucking tunnel. Look, guys, I'm not trying to shit on the game. I genuinely am not. But if tunnels are all you see in a game, that means the game is nothing but linear shit. And like, if a game is supposed to be that way, if that is what it's trying to be, that's fine. But then I don't want IGN to try to tell me that the game is not linear and that it's somehow, in some way, some special version of open world in certain areas or whatever. I don't see it. Where's the open world? Where? Where is it? There's not a single thing that is not a tunnel so far. Everything is a tunnel. First DA was kind of linear and held your hand. Yeah, but I didn't have people yelling in my ear that it was not linear. That's the difference, Existential. And also, I played Dragon Age Origins. Like, I haven't played the entire game, but there was a lot of branching paths. There was a lot of things you could do to change the way you go to. Still the direction you were intended to go. Yeah, no, I mean, that's fine. And look, like I said, Black Myth Wukong is so far one of my games of the year. That game is super linear. But everyone in the game is telling you, or everyone who's played the game is telling you it's supposed to be linear. It is a linear game. It's not Elden Ring. What is it? Everyone says, no, it's not actually a Souls-like. It's not actually Elden Ring. It's just a very linear boss rush style game, but it does that really, really well. And that's fine. Just be open about it. More tunnels than that one digging game. Yeah, exactly. Most games are like that, but DA didn't actually feel open. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I feel like DA Origins was relatively decently open. Like, there was different ladders you could take that would give you different options. It did have linear tunnels for sure. It did have caves and stuff. But, like, absolutely, there were special things you could do in the game. A face like this, you should use more often the camera on full screen. Well, thank you so much. I'm going to try to incorporate, like, the larger pictures. I was actually told that to use the larger camera when we were doing the what's it called? the OTK thing. A couple of the OTK members were like, you should use the larger camera more often in your videos. And I was like, really? He's like, yeah, like genuinely, it connects with the viewer a lot more. And I'm like, oh shit, it's actually a good point. So I'm gonna try to use those more often a little bit. I don't know if I'll always remember, but I'll try. And Will, it's so good to see you. How you doing, Will? Welcome, my friend. We're discussing Dragon Age Veilguard, and I have words, lots of words, maybe too many words.
Present collide.
Shall we?
Let's do this.
Veil jumping, I get what they're going for there. Is that because of the camera? Yeah,
earlier,
exactly.
One of my biggest worries.
Stasis, I was told I need to get a new camera. I need to get a new camera at some point. Don't worry, I'm well aware. If anyone's looking at the large camera and being like, oh god, why is this camera so grainy? I only have a laptop camera right now, guys. I'm sorry. I'm using my base laptop camera. Someday I'll get an actual camera. It's actually in the way. It's in the mail.
Veilguard could end up being more linear in its approach, trading branching game.
And Ali, welcome, buddy. Super Mario 64 was a Souls-like game. In some ways, it unironically is. Yeah. In some ways, it unironically is. It had massive exploration, interconnected worlds. It had multiple ways to get through areas. It had a lot of action combat. Hitboxes absolutely mattered. ODK should hire me to agree with them. I'm a legend in my world. Nice.
Play for a straight line. And sure, the opening hours, essentially the tutorial zone, are a little railroady, save for a couple key decisions you have to make.
Everything feels railroady. Like, at least she admits it here, but I don't see that changing.
But once you're past that and more established within Act 1, you're much more free to tackle quests as you please as you unlock more and more regions. You do this via the crossroads. For those of you who aren't brushed up on your Dragon Age lore...
So you can either choose to take area 1, 2, or 3. But at some point, you're going to take all those areas. And in the world itself, in the level itself, it's all linear still. I don't know. First couple hours, I did the tutorial. Yeah, that's sort of implication for sure.
That's a nexus between the waking world of Thetis and the metaphysical realm of the Fade, through which the...
Maybe her tunnels are from the tutorial? The reason I don't think that is Crazy Eye is that she's using gameplay from, like, all different types of areas. And we know the tutorial area is the city. That city is the tutorial. We saw that in the original gameplay in my previous video. So that is why I don't think that, for sure. But yeah. That's the thing. Like, the outside area, the forest area, those are not the tutorial in any way, shape, or form. And that much I can tell you for a fact. Because we saw the tutorial, and we knew it was a tutorial in the previous video. And that's like the entire like sequence with the beginning city area. And yeah.
Ancient elves would travel through
but good
question.
Good
called
question.
alluvians. You now use the alluvians for that same purpose, and to unlock new regions, you have to fight
no
through certain
crossroad
areas of the
chat.
crossroads before you can start fast traveling to them. Unlocking said regions opens up a vast network of areas, and not unlike past Dragon Age.
Is that supposed to be a darkspawn demon?
Unlocking said regions opens up a vast network.
Hold up. Dragon Age Origins Darkspawn Demons. Man. I think this is the exact same monster as this. I think this is the exact same monster. Never forget what they took from us, guys. Never forget what they took from us. Satisfactory? Nice, man. I need to play that game. I never played that game. Hope you enjoyed the discussion, though. Oh, sevens.
areas,
Yeah.
and
Oh,
not
sevens
unlike
in
past
chat.
Dragon Age games, they're dramatically different from one another.
As the gods champion
Brother.
freely, so will you.
Take, for example, the Arlethan Forest.
Okay.
A gorgeous, colorful region that mixes
This background is good. This is actually good background right here. Unironic W.
greenery with elven magic. You can see nugs burrow into the grass, magical artifacts abound, and there's a vast array of nature to simply admire. You're hit with a massive tone shift, however, when you head to Hosburg.
This is okay, but this was also just still better in Dragon Age Origins. When you went across like a Darkspawn site, you used to see like fucking heads on pikes. It's like the difference between Diablo 4 and Diablo 1 and 2. In Diablo 1 and 2, you used to see like disembodied torsos on fucking pikes with like tits hanging out and everything. Like, I'm not even kidding. You can look up the details. Absolutely, without a doubt. Diablo 4, while it still nails the at least feeling of grimdark, and, you know, people are very depressed and shit like that, you're not seeing things on pikes anymore. You ain't seeing dicks hanging out on pikes. You're not seeing tits on pikes. You're not seeing any of that shit. Not like the true body horror. And that is like a big detraction from Diablo 4, in my humble opinion. Absolutely. Absolutely. I don't know why devs are afraid of this stuff anymore. Like, I really don't get it. You did it 20 years ago. It was totally fine then. PoE does it well. Oh, okay. I haven't actually progressed through Path of Exile. Why would I want to have that on my Google search history? Well, you could just say body on pike, Diablo 1, and you'd be able to see what I mean. You don't have to say tits on a pike. It's just there.
Lavendel Village. Whatever happened here looks like Demeter's Crossing.
Oh no, it looks a little darker. That must be bad. That's kind of what, like, it looks fine. It looks better than the other backgrounds, but this doesn't look that good, honestly.
Currently under siege by the Blight,
Wildlife, yeah,
here's where
exactly.
you'll see some of the more horror-inspired aesthetics.
Okay. This is the Darkspawn here. This is the 1-to-1. And this, whoops. This is the one. Wait, did I open it? I did. I'm an idiot. This is that. Look at that, man. Look at the body horror. Look at like the rivets in this like body and shit, man. Look at this. Look at the dark, gritty art style. And this looks like something out of a Pixar movie. This is just something out of a Pixar movie, man. Like, just straight up. Yeah, the Crimson Chin. Exactly, Crazy Eye.
And, frankly, just some of the grosser aspects of the Blight. While the Veilguard's tone...
Gross? What here is gross? It's just slightly darker. And it's a little bit more gothic. You know, things are broken down a little bit. That's nice. I like that. But, like, gross? Nothing here is gross. Just don't ruin Resident Evil. No, don't worry. Resident Evil is made by Capcom. Capcom is Japanese. We're fine, probably. I mean, to be fair, they did make Dragon's dog shit too, so who knows? But yeah, I don't think they're going to ruin the vibe of Resident Evil. They know that's their bread and butter.
Certainly
hopefully
leans more high fantasy in places like the Crossroads. Don't worry. Those who miss the gore and dark fantasy of Origins will find that too in places where the Blight has spread.
Where? It's not in the combat. We just looked at a Darkspawn area. You didn't show jack fucking shit of gore. Where? Where is it? I don't believe you, IGN. I'm sorry. You've been wrong about everything else so far. How the fuck do you expect me to trust you now? Suck my fucking dick, IGN. Suck my fucking dick. Sorry. I'm not sorry.
But I couldn't help but spend a lot of my time just running around in Treviso, the bustling city that's home to the Antivan Crows faction. For one thing, a lively city feels like a novelty in Dragon Age. But there was simply so much to explore that I kept getting sidetracked. A merchant...
Okay. You know what's really cool in RPGs, guys? Seeing actual items. You know what's really shitty in RPGs, guys? Seeing icons for items. if I'm playing an RPG, I want to see the actual item. And also, yeah, look at the NPC. Like, look at it. Look at this. Look at this fucking. Yeah. I mean, this just writes itself. Like, really. Like, oh my god. Oh my god. Crazy Eye just said, even the NPC don't want to be there. True. Absolutely true.
With
Too
unique
good.
items here, a new quest to pick up over there, and a random combat.
Hold on. Let's go back. Let's go back. Let's see what they're talking about here. The Butcher of Treviso is employed a poisoner who manufactures Kamek. The recipient of the contract, Dareth, is charged with finding the Keck master in the garrison and ending him. Ending him? Just kill. What? Ending him? It is like someone saying offing myself instead of saying the word suicide. Is that what we're catering to now? The recipient is also to deal with the traitor who's allowed the Anthem into the city. Should this person be known, should the recipient fall, their next of kin may claim this contract. Interesting. Why would a merchant be decked out in armor? Also good question. True.
Encounter over there. And that's just when I wasn't looking around for a cat.
I like the little lanterns. That's nice. The lighting is done pretty decently in this game. Look, I'm going to try to find some W's, okay? The lighting is a W. The lighting of these lanterns, that looks cool.
Or dog to pet. Because yes, you can pet the cats and dogs.
Okay, I like it when you can pet cats and dogs. But really, I feel like it's pandering at this point. A little bit. Isn't it a little bit pandery when every game has this now and everyone on IGN always points it out? You could pet the cat and the dog in this game. Look. Nice. Yay. But can you eat them? Yeah. It's not that kind of game. Pet some dogs? Yeah, exactly. Hey, look, there you go, Hilly Q's. Absolutely. And look, I love that in games. But I don't know. I'm not asking IGN if I can pet the cat and the dog. I want them to tell us about the gameplay. I don't know, man. I don't know. If I had a chance to counter mechanism where the cat scratches and hisses and the dog growls and bites, that'd be great. Yeah. Some actual open mechanics for it. Yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be cool. If you feed the dog, it, like, you know, is happy. If you don't, then it, like, fucking, like, yells at you. You play as a cat and Stray doesn't mean it's enough to keep the game interesting and entertaining. That's fair. I mean, well, Stray, I heard, was really good. People really liked Stray. Maybe it's a very short linear game, but for what it was, people liked it, right? I don't know. I never played Stray. Should I play Stray at some point? I'd probably call it, like, your favorite Catboy plays cat game, even though I'm not a Catboy. Just a meme. Stray was gorgeous? Yeah. By the way, there's news about that, guys. A lot of the publisher who published Stray is now dead. The entire company. The publisher of Stray is gone. By the way. Like, unironically, it is bad news.
Outside of the cats and dogs, there are some unique ways to interact with the environment as well.
Breaking a pot and picking up a potion, I'm sorry, is not unique. Like, that shit was in Zelda. Like, I mean, come on. Didn't someone get banned? I'll talk about that in a little bit, Aku, but yeah, they got unbanned. I'll definitely talk about that, though.
Companion has an environmental ability, some of which came in quite handy for me. In my time in the Arlethan Forest, I frequently called upon Balara, whose environmental ability allows her to tinker with magical artifacts. In a nice quality of life feature, your companions don't even need to be in your party in order for you to use these abilities.
Wait, if your companion doesn't need to be in your party in order to use the environmental abilities that are unique to the characters, what the fuck is the point of having those environmental abilities? Then you just get them all at once. There's no choice. I don't know. Taking out game choice in an RPG is always a bad idea, in my opinion. Like, I genuinely don't understand. Why would you do that? Chat, do you prefer missing a path in a video game because you didn't have a specific skill or character? And as in creating game choice and consequences to your actions? Or do you prefer just getting everything all the time? Yeah, why not just have your own character have all the abilities? Yeah, be the Swiss Army knife. Exactly, Props Hub. That's my entire point. That's exactly my point. Permits more replayability as well. You're absolutely right, Hilly Q's. If I play a character that doesn't have the grow roots into trees and you can walk along the trees ability, and as a result I've missed like branching paths, that means I want to play the game again, but this time with a druid, so I can use that ability. See, Game of the Year 2023, Baldur's Gate 3. You have so much choice, and you have so many branching paths that people have still never even fucking seen to this day because of how many branching paths there are. And how, if you don't do certain things, if you don't have a certain character at a certain time, you're not going to see the consequence. You like consequence games? Exactly. And that's why Baldur's Gate 3, let's see what consequence gaming gets you guys. Let's see. Baldur's Gate 3 Steam DB. Let's see what it gets you. Not the price history. Steam charts. A peak of 100,000 concurrent viewers, concurrent players in the past 24 hours. And that is over a year and a half after the game came out. That is over a year and a half after the game came out. It came out in August. Well, okay, year and a quarter. Like, this is an insane graph, man. Dude, the graph, the average only keeps going up in the past 6 months. Like, this is insane. This is what actual consequence, actual stylization, actually standing on business on what you want your game to be does for you. This is the sauce that Bioware used to have. Now, if you want that sauce from original Bioware, just play fucking Baldur's Gate 3. That is the only way to get it now. Like, seriously. Holy shit. Is Boric? Welcome, buddy. It's good to see you. Good to have you in here. Microsoft laid off 650 workers because of the failure of COD Mobile. Can you send me an article? I'll definitely look it up, D26 Backs. I would definitely love to cover that. Maybe not even tonight. I won't be able to, but definitely send it to me. I will absolutely cover that. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the fact that COD Mobile didn't live is not surprising, unfortunately. But, yeah, it is sad. It is sad to see. Indeed, as Boric says, played BG3 times, BG3 3 times anew with 3 different characters and got 3 different reactions and options. Amazing stuff. Exactly, is Boric. Absolutely. Can you do me a favor, is Boric? I don't want to out you, but what is your hours played on Baldur's Gate 3? You don't have to give me your exact, just a general hours played. For anyone who plays Baldur's Gate 3, what is your general hours played in Baldur's Gate 3? Just give me any of your numbers, guys. I wish I could look at my... Can I look at my Steam's friend list and find that information? I haven't even finished the game, so I haven't even finished Act 1. I have 100 to 120 hours? That's a lot. Hell yeah. Okay, excellent. Wait, if I go to Baldur's Gate 3, does it give me data? It does. Okay. It says recently played. The recently played. One friend, 27.9 hours. Another friend, I was about to say his name. Another friend, 43.5 hours. Another friend, 57.1 hours. Another friend, 60.8 hours. Only recently. Okay, this is not total. One friend, 145 hours recent played. 341 total hours for Dark Storm. Dude, that's crazy. That is absolutely crazy, man. Game makers were freaking out about the amount that people played. Oh, okay, I can see totals. Hold on. Okay, one person, 742 hours played total. Another person, 566 hours played total. Another person, 483 hours played total. Another one, 432 hours played total. Recent reviews, several have 1,200 plus. Yeah. There you go. That's the power of replayability. That is the power. Kevis 3K. Yeah, that sounds about right. I love Christina. She mains that game, girl, man. She does that like crazy. But yeah, like, dude, that's the thing, guys. Yeah, even more interesting. Exactly, props up. For that is the point of not having every ability of your companions at your fingertips of all time. It's a little bit of a long diatribe, but that is my entire point here. This is bad game design. You should not have every single ability at your fingertips at all times. I'm sorry. Like, that just defeats the fucking purpose of an RPG.
As an aside, another one of my favorite quality of life additions is the fact that party banter pauses and picks up again later if you trigger combat, a cutscene, or anything else that would interrupt their dialogue.
I will call a W. This is a W. You do not have to run through the same area 50 times in order to get that little dialogue that just got cut off because you ran into a bandit. This is an unironic W. However, it's not unique to this game. Most games do this nowadays, so okay. But I'm glad it's in this game. It should be in every game. It is in most games now. It should be in every game. It's not roleplay if you're not playing a specific role. Wow. Okay, hold on. Let me say that slowly. For everyone in the audience, for everyone watching this video, Hillicuse just came up with genius. True genius. He should be a game maker. It is not roleplay if you're not playing a specific role. True, real, and this is also a problem that I have with retail World of Warcraft Hillicuse, unironically right now. Right now, World of Warcraft is so solo-friendly because you do not have to have other people in your party. You can just do everything yourself. You can do questing with no issues because every character has a self-heal. Every character has, like, you know, defensive abilities. Every character has teleportation of some kind, either a blink or a jump or whatever. Every character can do this. Every character can do that. It's like, dude, what the fuck? Really? Is Boric in retail? Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying retail is bad, but I am saying that I like the design of classic World of Warcraft where it forced people to play together just by virtue of one character, say a warrior, not having the tools that another character had. That's what I mean. Like, mage had AoE. Shamans had totems. Warriors had taunts and defensive cooldowns. Hunters had the pet. And, other kind of CC. Paladins could heal. Very few classes could heal. It was like paladins, druids, shamans, priests, and that was it. If you didn't have one of those characters, you can't heal. What did that do? What did that do, guys? That made it so you had to be in parties. You, in the open world, you had to, like, run across a character, and if you have an elite quest, for example, you had to have a couple other people with you. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm excited for Ashes of Creation. Yeah, props. I've been covering Ashes of Creation. I love Ashes of Creation. I am very excited for Ashes. Absolutely. I actually made a lot of videos about it. For sure, my friend. I do have a playlist of just Ashes video if you want props up. Absolutely, my friend. Absolutely. Yeah, I've been covering that. I haven't actually covered their newest one. What are you talking about now? We're covering the same thing, but we went on a diatribe about why not having every single ability at your fingertips is important in an RPG. And even when an RPG is otherwise good, having all those abilities or having, that lack of choice almost kind of stops you from wanting to replay it. And I was talking about Retail WoW as an example. That's what it is. And like I said, Retail WoW is in a great place right now. It's a W game. Alpha and beta access. Yeah, exactly. Props. I want you to know, I did get access. I bought the game for Ashes of Creation, I got the alpha access. When they fixed their issue of like, you know, alpha didn't give you beta access at first and so on and so forth. When they fixed all that shit and I made lots of videos covering their missteps, I ended up getting the access. Yeah. I talked to my dad about it and he's like, you're believing this game. I think it'll be a big game for you. I want you to get it. And it took him to tell me to get it. Hey, no worries, Link. Welcome, buddy. But that is me, and if D&D, this would be the same. I doubt will people play it. Yeah. Oh, I mean, like, that's the thing. In Dungeons and Dragons, it's very similar. Baldur's Gate 3 is very similar. You don't have access to everything. And because you don't, it makes you want to play other classes. Yeah, Dragon Age Veilguard. Oh, God.
No more awkward standing around in order to hear the complete conversation.
Like I said, this is not an ironic W. Like, being able to not have to run and retread the ground in order to hear a person talking or whatever is a good W. However, this is a common thing in games now. So it's not, like, unique to Veilguard by any means, shape, or form.
Oh, yes.
If you're feeling overwhelmed, the difficulty and accessibility options do allow for about just as much or as little hand-holding as you need.
Okay. But yeah, I do like to deep dive. When I say deep dive, guys, I deep fucking dive. Exactly. Also, like, I mean, I've been going on extraneous stuff a little bit, so when I edited this down, it'll probably end up being an hour, but it'll be like a good discussion for like an hour long. And Twilight Fall says, yeah, but no, I can't legit choose my favorite game from Dragon Age, mostly because I came in with Origins. Yep, exactly. And unfortunately, the memory leaks for Origins on PC ruined the experience. Oh, yeah. No, Origins was made like dog shit. That's why I'm being so critical. Because Origins was so good, and like Inquisition was such a downgrade. Inquisition was a flop. Andromeda was a flop. Anthem was a flop. Bioware has had major flops. Has Bioware had a successful game in the past like 10 years? Guys, like, have they? They haven't. I don't think they have. Actually, let's see. Let's see. BioWare all releases list. 3. We'll look. Okay. Sorry, Wikipedia. I do not have money. Okay. Oh my God. I forgot that they made Warhammer Online. What in the world, dude? Holy shit. Okay, so they made Shadow Realms, which was canceled. They made Andromeda, which was Andromeda. They made Anthem. They made the Legendary Edition of Mass Effect, that's fine. And then Dragon Age Veilguard, Inquisition. And yeah, that's it in the past 10 years, guys. So when I'm being skeptical, guys, I want you to know it is for a reason. And the reason is not out of hate. It is just telling you how it is. I am not making this up. Dragon Age Veilguard is probably BioWare's last chance at a game of this size. I don't want to alarm you guys. So that is the reason I am being so serious and so, let's just say, effusive with my criticisms. I want this game to succeed, and I want people to go in, because nothing kills the game faster than when everyone pre-orders a game, the game comes out, and then everyone returns the game and review bombs it. That means the game's just going to be dead. Okay? If the game comes out and people haven't pre-ordered the game, and the people who bought it are the true believers, they really like it, and then like grows from there, and the people who don't like it and weren't going to get it, weren't hyped up, so they didn't pre-order it, the game usually ends up better off. That is why I'm trying to make expectations be exactly what it is. Anyways, I just want to make sure I'm not shitting on the game just for shits and giggles. I'm not doing this for content. If I was trying to farm content, I would tell everyone that the game is going to be amazing, and everyone that are Dragon Age super fans would come over in the chat of the YouTube videos and absolutely wank me off. and like, you know, boost the video out of the algorithm up the wazoo. No, I don't do that. I give it to you how it is. I don't make shit up. Asmongold is like ASMR. Wait, really? That's fair. 2 times the talk speed of Asmongold? Yeah, I do talk fast. It's true. It's true. I talk too much, but I talk fast. 2 suffer from 10-month development crunch? Yes, it did. It did. Listening to Mark Darrow spilling the tea for all 3 games development is interesting. Ooh, Twilight, could you PM me? Yeah, PM me that. I would love to see that. I would love to get an insight on that. If you could PM me on Discord that video or his channel, Mark Darrow, I will never remember that name. Absolutely send that to me. I would love to deep dive on that. Absolutely. And Winston, welcome, buddy. Join the giveaway. Giveaway's active. Lots of love, my friend. Hope you're having a great day. How are you doing, my friend? How are you doing? You like Inquisition? That's really fair. I actually dated 2 separate girls in that time period that loved Inquisition. So Inquisition had its fans. It just didn't sell well. And like, you know, critically, it wasn't a big thing. And, you know, it didn't sell well and so on and so forth. Winston, we might be playing some Tarkov tonight. Are you down? Are you down later? Let me know. Let me know, buddy. The wonderful Smiles came by and he was like, hey, we have a Tarkov. Let's Tarkov. And I'm like, all right, let me finish this and then we'll Tarkov. So, yeah. Welcome, buddy. Good to see you. Good to have you in here. And, yeah, Twilight, please let me know. I would love to cover that. I've covered, like, you know, executives talking about their games and stuff as well. I love that. It's such a unique insight.
For example, with one Antivan Crow's quest I was doing, I could turn the navigation on and simply follow the game's guidance, or turn it off and look for clues in the environment to follow.
Okay. What's the default? I am all for having a really, really awesome accessibility system. I think that is one of FF16's strengths. It had a lot of accessibility options. I think that's a great thing in gaming. I hope that this, like, you know, little, like, auto marker that just directs you on the path of the quest, I hope this is default off. And then it, like, you know, you can turn it on if you need it. Because if it's default on, that could also ruin the experience. I could be tempted. You have an appointment tomorrow at the hospital. Oh, dude, if you have an appointment, please focus on your health, my friend. Winston, we'll talk off as another point. Don't worry. I don't want you to ruin your health, brother. Please. Lots of love, my friend. What were you up to earlier tonight, my friend Winston? Welcome. It's good to see you. We've been talking about this for a solid 3 hours. You know, joining in the libations, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we've been having fun, man. We've been having fun.
In this case, the crow's purple symbol painted on certain walls.
Yeah. If it's permanent, it'll ruin the experience. Yeah, even if it's default on, it'll ruin the experience. You know what I mean? Like, even if it's default on. Excellent. Thank you so much, Twilight. I got your links. Thank you so much.
This way.
I also just happened to be playing an Antivan Crow Rook while completing this quest, which led to some fun dialogue options.
Just turn it off.
Crows are all
No. Okay. What I mean, Dark, when a game has the exploration accessibility with, like, you know, the hand holding and everything like that default on, that means the game is designed for it. That's my point. If the game is not designed for it, then turning it off will just leave you lost. If the game is designed for, you know, environmental storytelling to be good enough to the point that you don't have to have the hand holding on, and it starts with that, and then if you need it, you turn it on, that shows that the game is made for it to be off. And if you need it, then it's extra. Then it's a proper accessibility. Oh, yeah, no, that's what I mean, Twilight. Yeah. I'm all for accessibility options. I'm just saying default off and then turn it on because that shows that the game developers meant for it to be made without it. Meant for it to be played without it. And then if you need it because of, you know, accessibility and disabilities, for sure. Absolutely. Having the option is great. Having the option is absolutely wonderful. And I'm so glad that gaming has gone that route of having more accessibility options. More accessibility options is only a W. I'm just saying that from a game design standpoint, I hope it's designed to have it off. And then if you need it extra, then it's on. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
Army Antiva has, but it's not like we can field a garrison.
Once I was in the thick of things, I could clearly see the features in the Veilguard that boiled down to, okay, we heard the complaints about Inquisition, specifically addressing the infamous Hinterlands problem, which is a reference to the first open world area players visit in Inquisition. The zone was packed with more than 50 side quests, many of which boiled down to mere fetch quests.
Posted a dev blog about the accessibility PC settings. Haven't looked in depth. I got you. Perfect. Thank you for letting me know, Twilight Fall. Also pretty good about answering questions in the official Bioware Discord. That's a W. That is a good thing. That is only a good thing. Devs being open about their, discussions, criticisms. I give full credit for that. That's a W. That is a W.
Packed with more than 50 side quests, many of which boiled down to mere fetch quests, and it left many players drowning in a bevy of checklists that felt
I've never played the Hinterlands. I don't know what that is. I never played Inquisition. Was that actually a problem? Did anyone in here play Inquisition?
Consequential to the story. The
It was?
has
Okay.
boiled this down quite a lot. You're still free to explore, but the scope isn't nearly as dizzying, and the quests point back to the main story, a region or faction, or a companion.
Okay.
Another clear reaction to criticisms of Inquisition are our villains in the Veilguard, Algernon and Gillenane, the two elven gods.
Wait, was that Morrigan? Hold up.
Main story, a region or faction, or a companion.
Morrigan was in Origins.
Another clear
What did they do to her?
reaction to criticisms of Inquisition are our villains in the Veilguard, Algernon and Gillenane. The two elven gods feel much more present throughout the events of the early game than Corypheus, the frankly lackluster baddie of Inquisition.
Whatever comes, we're ready for a fight.
Words easy.
Hold on. Hold up. Never forget what they took from us, guys. Never forget. How are you going to give Morrigan, the hottest character in Dragon Age Origins, the one that made people bend over backwards in order to figure out how to, like, be with her? How are you going to give her a breast reduction surgery? Like, how? What the actual fuck, guys? This is the concept art from Morrigan. This is like, several ways she looked in the game. How you gonna fuck up her hair, man? Look how awesome she looked. Why would they do this? I actually, someone made it in Baldur's Gate. That's hilarious. I actually cannot believe they did this. Morrigan is an established created character. How do you mess with this, man? Oh no, she has structure. Look, I'm just saying that they messed her up. Like, she definitely doesn't look the same. Like, I could tell it's Morrigan, but like, she definitely looks very different. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know. She had the same cup size in this? I don't see it. It's the angle and lighting? Maybe. You know what? Maybe. Maybe Bioware didn't fuck her up, guys. Maybe it's just a bad picture. Maybe. But it doesn't look good. That's all I'm saying. It doesn't look good. I'm sure someone will fix it. Yeah, true. We'll have to wait for the mods. If we have to wait for the mods, it's not a good thing. How dare hair grow in 25 years? No, they didn't grow the hair. They cut it. They cut it and stylized it to look more modern. And I'm not a big fan of it. But like, she had that like classic look, This is like a classic look. I don't know what this headpiece is, It like I don't know. It looks different. And Morrigan is to be fair, Twilight, I did not play Dragon Age 2. I did not play Inquisition. So maybe, like, this was, how her character grew. Headpieces are mothers? Okay, so that's an item? Okay, I didn't know that. That is a different thing. So there you go. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know about the design decision, guys.
Really said, but rarely proven.
While there's a whole lot more Thedas to see and talk about,
That's
I'd
the
be remiss
problem.
if I didn't bring it back home to the lighthouse.
I will stand on business, though, and I will say, never forget what they took from us. I'm just going to say, maybe Bioware didn't take it from us. Maybe it ends up okay. I certainly and sincerely hope so. But it don't look like that right now. Maybe you should familiarize. Well, okay, most people who play Dragon Age Veilguard are going to be new players, Twilight Fall. Most of them will be new players. So, I mean, if they're expecting to cater to new players, I'm giving proper feedback because of that reason. Because, like, I didn't play the past 2 games. I only played Origins.
The lighthouse will likely be the most important location of the Veilguard.
Okay.
Serving as the
Like a
hub
base?
for you and your companions.
That's cool.
Each one of your companions has their own room, and conveniently, a light shines outside of their door when they have a...
See, I like this. I like this, like, you know, broken background and everything like that. Like, this is pretty cool. This is a nice, like, idea. The Le Flameth Morgan dynamic. Which games are those in?
Conveniently, a light shines outside of their door when they have a cutscene available. Once you get further into Act 1, it certainly starts...
So are these all... Is this all the crew? This is the hunter lady. This is like the warrior one. The dragon warrior person. This is like a wizard. I remember seeing that little, like, the one with the song. All 3, but towards the end of Inquisition. Oh, yeah, I did not play Inquisition at all. In the cutscene 2 later? Sure, yeah.
To feel more lived in, and you can discover some pretty charming character quirks.
That'd be great.
For example, I found that Emmerich's skeletal assistant Manfred enjoys spending time on the balcony, and we even got a few games of rock, paper, scissors in.
That's very silly.
The lighthouse is also, obviously, where you're able to do some housekeeping.
Are they running like they're really tired? I think so. So one of the issues is in the combat as well, Artosh. Everything is very ice skatey. Like people, it feels like everyone is on ice skates. I think it's like a design decision that they made with the running mechanics or something. And I think it's like a weird thing that happens because of it. Wait, is the skeleton voiced by Matt Mercer? Hold up, wait a minute. I love me some Matt Mercer. I gotta know if this is true. Yes? Bro. Okay, that's a Bioware W right there, guys. That's a Bioware W. I'll call the W's where I see them, Twilight Fall. I always do. Matt Mercer, IMDb. One of the best voice actors ever. Wait, he was in the Thundercats show? Holy shit. I need to watch that. Alright, let's see. Jesus Christ, he does a lot of stuff. Okay, Control F, dragon. Okay, yeah. He was the voice of that skeleton Fairbanks in, like, all of them. Anything that dog showed up in. I just call everything a dog. Okay, that's cool, man. I didn't realize that. That's an unironic W, buddy. That's an unironic W, man. Voice of the Veilguard? Yeah, I'm curious. I'm curious who else is in this. Let's see. Let's see the list. Okay, Ali Hillis. Mass Effect 3, never played it. A voice in Naruto. She's Harding. The voice of Harding is good. We've heard that. We've heard that in, like, the other videos and stuff. Insomniac Spider-Man. Ikamati. I don't know that name. Okay. That's fair. Jessica Clark. Don't recognize that. Tosh, the Dragon Hunter. These are all characters I don't know. Okay. Yeah. Varric's voice. Varric's voice was, like, showcased in the first video, and he sounds very dwarven. Like, that guy, I don't know who Brian Bloom is, but he was perfect. Yeah, the voice from Morgan was perfect. Wait! This guy was in the A-Team movie! He was the villain in the A-Team movie! I recognize that face anywhere! He was an absolute Giga Chad in the A-Team movie. Holy fuck. If you guys don't believe me, I didn't know he did so many game voices. What the fuck? A-Team. Yeah, he was like the mercenary killer in the A-Team. And he was fucking badass in it as well. Holy shit, man. Holy shit. Dude, okay. Yeah, Brian Bloom is a legend, but I had no idea he was a video game voice actor. He actually wrote a lot of really good movies as well. He wrote the A-Team, for example, and everything. Fart Hooper buddy. Hey yo, my friend. Hey yo. Welcome, welcome. Varric is a bestie. Yeah, Varric is a great character. I feel like just watching like the original video, Twilight Fall, I think they're gonna kill Varric. Like I feel like the writing felt like it was bludgeoning us with foreshadowing of the fact that they were gonna kill Varric. I don't know. But I was like, yeah, this character actually feels like he has an arc and he actually looks like he's interesting and everything. And I was like, I think they're gonna kill him. I don't know, but yeah, I just wanted to warn you ahead of time. Just the feeling I got from all the stuff that we've seen so far because of Veilguard.
Especially when it comes to the caretaker.
Offer, dweller. I will answer.
This wildly helpful spirit is always standing by to help you enchant and upgrade armor for you and your companions. But I found the lighthouse somewhat symbolic of one of the biggest challenges this game is facing, bringing in new players while honoring the now incredibly vast lore that Dragon Age has built across the games, comic books, short stories, and more.
Well, keep in mind, Twilight, in just the intro, they killed his shotgun. Or his crossbow, Lenora or whatever, I forgot what he called it, but it was very endearing that he like named his gun and he was like talking about it and everything like that. And like Soul Ass just destroys it immediately. So I'm just like, yep. That's usually a symbol that the character's gonna die. By the way.
Basically, if you were worried that the name change from Dragon Age...
I mean, I hope I'm wrong because he's badass. And he seemed like the character with the most depth by far. So, hopefully that I'm wrong. Hopefully I'm wrong.
Red Wolf would mean less soulless, think again. His history, along with the history of the other elven gods, is baked into the lighthouse.
Okay.
And you learn more and more about the threat you face as you unlock Solas's murals with various wolf statues.
So a collectible that gives lore?
Some of his memories firsthand.
A collectible that gives lore is unironically a W. These are always good. Having a reason to go back, search the areas that you're in, get things like that. That's a W. There are some good design decisions here. So hopefully, dude, I just want this game to be good. I just want this game to be good, man.
They need gods who can protect them.
We are not gods. You will learn that.
As a lore nerd, I very much appreciated this, as well as the various other callbacks to series history. The Origins fans will likely love the Grey Warden heavy quests, and we already know the Inquisitor will be involved in some way, as you can recreate them and select your world states in the character creator. But I wonder
how important backgrounds will be, because backgrounds were super integral and one of my favorite parts of playing Dragon Age Origins. Like, I played every single background. Every single combination of every single background in Dragon Age Origins. I never beat the game, but like being able to just even do that at the beginning of the game was like so cool. And it was like very, very broad. It was very interesting. Playing like, you know, the noble background and how that changes things and so on and so forth. Actually huge. It was really cool. I had never really seen a game really do that until that point. In Dragon Age Origins. Is Alistair still alive? I have no clue. I've only played Origins, Winkle Wonka, and I never even finished it, so I have zero clue. I know he was like a main character in Dragon Age 2. People were complaining about it, apparently, but I have no clue about, you know, beyond that.
I wonder if it'll overwhelm new players, which Bioware certainly seems to be courting with its action-heavy combat system. That's why it helps, at least, to have something of an outsider like Rook to take the helm of the Veilguard.
Okay.
Plus, the scrappiness of Rook reminded me a bit of playing as Hawk in Dragon Age 2, rather than the more Chosen One-esque protagonist of the Warden in Origins.
I do agree, where being the Chosen One is not great, but it didn't feel game-breaking in Origins. I think Origins might be the example of like that Chosen One dynamic actually done correctly, because it was written so freaking well. Like, I don't know if maybe it falls off a cliff at the end of the game, who knows? But from the entire chunk of the game that I played of Dragon Age Origins, they did it so well, and probably better than most other games that ever has like a Chosen One mechanic. Because in most games, I prefer being like the unknown, like being the underdog, being someone like just like a dude who's being a warrior or whatever, and like, you know, you stumble on something bigger and then you grow into it. I think that's generally what I like, but I think like Dragon Age Origins did the Chosen One mechanic like so fucking well.
And the Inquisitor and Inquisition. In short, a lot's changed in Dragon Age the Veilguard, but there was so much I was relieved to see stay. The
Okay.
focus on companions and
Is this supposed to be a vicious griffin? Or is it supposed to be like a dog you pet? Because this does not look harsh in any way, shape, or form. It looks cute. It looks like something you would see in a Pixar movie. Asama's a baby? So he's actually a baby? Okay. If he's a baby and he looks like a baby because he's a baby, that's fine. But he's pretty large, so I didn't know. Okay.
and romance,
That's
the
good.
rich lore, and a gorgeous world to explore. It goes without saying that there's still a ton of the Veilguard that I haven't seen, especially if it's as big as Origins and Inquisition, and it certainly seems like it. But after finishing my preview, I found myself even more eager to dive into it, and much more hopeful that this could be the hit Bioware needs.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I think I made my thoughts very clear. What do I think of Bioware? I think that they need this win for sure. Do I think this gameplay is enough? I honestly don't think this gameplay is enough. I hope it's better than it looks. If it's better than it looks, we will be pretty okay. But the gameplay has to play better than it looks, because right now it doesn't look great. It doesn't look super inspired. The only thing that I think looks really stand out is the narrative mechanics. And the narrative mechanics will be hopefully pretty good. Bioware's known for that, so I hope they don't fuck that up. But like, the game cannot stand on narrative mechanics alone. We've seen that because they've had 3 flops in a row. If you've had 3 flops in a row, you can't rely on one ingredient to carry the entire game. So hopefully it ends up good. What do you guys think? Are you a Bioware fan? Are you a Dragon Age fan? Which Dragon Ages did you play? Are you excited for the Veilguard? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I would love to see what you guys think, and I will cover everything that you do. I will absolutely respond to every single comment you give. And if you like the video, give it a like, give it a sub, share it with your friends. I create this type of content all the time. We do lots of discussions, lots of giveaways, lots of gameplays, I meant to say. But we do this every single night on Twitch, and I try to put up a video every single morning. So catch you in the next video.